On the streets of Chillicothe, Ross County, Ohio, the banner going up at the courthouse says drug free. The kids, maybe. The adults,
Shooting heroin nowadays seems like it's just like a person drinking beer. Like, it's not. It's so common and ridiculous. It's just taken over.
This 34-year-old is talking to us as long as we don't reveal her identity. She's getting a visit from the police and sheriff because she overdosed the week before.
It was just one shot of heroin and 6 Xanax bars, though.
All right, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Call Halal Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Kakodash, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone for teaching and ruling well in the scriptures. Citations to Akim across the world, pushing his word in truth and in sincerity and with charity. And from what you just heard, all right, from what you just seen, this is actually a video from the Washington Post. Let's see what else is. This is from 2 years ago, okay? And it says WP opioid crisis. All right. So this is actually the effects of the Lord moving in on the enemies of Jerusalem here in Babylon the Great. All right. And this is written in the scriptures because the Lord will always punish the nation, all right, that has put us in captivity. Okay, and this is what we're seeing when you see this opioid epidemic and crisis going on in America, Babylon the Great. All right, because who rules Babylon the Great? The biblical Edomites. And every time we come out of a captivity, the Lord will punish and afflict and put the curses upon the nations that afflicted us. All right, now you see, it doesn't just end at the opioid crisis or epidemic, but it also stems to the other nations besides the nation of Edom. Whether it be the Elamites, the Ishmaelites, they're all going to start catching hell. They're all going to start struggling with their businesses, and, everything's going to start falling apart for these other nations because the Lord comes back and he brings retribution and judgment upon the other nations that have afflicted us. But this is just a little video that I had came across, and it just, some scriptures popped in my head, and, through the Spirit, the Bible app pointed at Babylon the Great. All right, when I came across the scriptures that popped in my head, so I'm gonna play a little bit of the video, and I'm gonna get some scriptures, and Lord willing, is edifying because this is the crisis and this is the curses being put on our enemies in our sight, but only the spiritual and only the men of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, all right, could see this and believe that this is evident, man. All right, so here's a little bit more of the video.
On the streets of Chillicothe, Ross County, Ohio, the PORT team, that's the post-overdose response team, is making its Wednesday rounds. The overdose list this week is 8 names long. Most people don't seem to be home. Doors that don't open get a bag of brochures on how to stay sober and get help.
There's always some level of discouragement because there are always going to be people that you can't reach, or stories you hear people overdose again and die after you've already contacted them. But that only makes it more important that we try to reach out to those people before that happens.
Our camera is staying back and not identifying this man so the team can do its work.
You're not in any trouble. We're just here basically to offer assistance, and that's it,
The team started in April. Since then, police, sheriff, and medical providers have made more than 200 visits. This is where the hills of Appalachia flatten into the Midwest. It is small-town America. Like other parts of the country that's seen opioid addictions rise, it's a place where jobs and people have come and gone. A place where pain pills poured in, followed by heroin, cheap and available, like beer.
We are seeing overdoses at an epidemic proportion. We're seeing the use among individuals from all walks of life in our community. This has hit our community really hard.
In 2010,
and this is Ohio, okay, and we know from if you go to do some research, Ohio is one of the most racist states against Jake. Okay, so all these places that have thoroughly and wickedly oppressed. Jake, the Lord is going to start judging these places, man. Okay, that's why you had all those tornadoes go through Tulsa, Oklahoma, man. Okay, and other parts of Oklahoma in the Midwest, man. Because these are some of the most racist states. And look, the spirit, look at the spirit. These are northern states. All right, so that southern, northern, all right, madness, all right. When people think of it, because when they think of that, they think of oh, well, if you're in the north, you're gonna be treated better. These people, these Edomites and these heathens up here hate you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans as well, man. And Ohio is one of the most racist states in America. But that's beautiful because Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is plaguing them with curses. Okay? This is Deuteronomy 30:7. It says, "And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee." All right, let's go into the word curses. Okay?
Strong's H423. Allah.
Okay, it says oath of covenant, curse from the Most High, curse from men, execration, cursing, execration, oath, swearing. All right, so the Lord said he made an oath to put curses on the enemies that have persecuted us and have hated us. All right, and these are the people that hate us, man. All these Edomites. This is why they're receiving these curses, man. Okay, and it's going to get worse because the Lord is going to eventually judge this place completely with nuclear fire. But this is the beginning, man. It tells you in Matthew 24 that this is the beginning of sorrows. For who? The wicked, man. Okay? For who? The biblical Edomites, man. And 2/3 of our people that continue to adhere to these people, man. Okay? This is a time of refreshing for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And this is the time of their downfall. The Lord is splitting this up, man. All right? While he's awakening us, he's bringing judgment upon the nations that have persecuted and hated us, man. You see?
19 people here died from overdoses. Last year, 40 died in a county of 77,000. On the streets of Chillicothe, Ross County, Ohio, the 44-officer police department responds to calls like a possible fight and a car wreck. Now, officers dispense medicine, too.
This cap comes off, so it's a liquid nasal spray. Since January, I've probably done it at least 50 times, and that's a low estimate.
Every officer carries naloxone, or Narcan, to reverse the effects of an opioid overdose. This is officer body cam footage released by the police department. We are blurring the identity of this overdose victim to protect his family's privacy. This 27-year-old later died. Each overdose can stretch the small department because several officers come to the scene. After taking care of victims, cars have to be searched for drugs. Officers reach into pockets and dig through trash, trying to avoid needles.
I ain't getting freaking poked.
With the year nearly over, police have handled almost 300 overdose calls.
It's kind of taken on a life of its own just simply by the resources that are required to be dedicated to the efforts and stopping people from killing themselves.
People here say the addiction...
Okay, and this is not just in this one state. This is all over America. All right, in all your rural areas of America. All right, and even in your urban areas, you have Edomites overdosing on drugs, on opioids specifically. All right, and you have them falling under the curses because why? The Lord is judging the nations that have hated us, specifically starting with you biblical Edomites, man. And that's why you see this heavy opioid epidemic, man. Okay, and then there was in the beginning of the video, the woman says she popped 6 pills and do the heroin, man. So the Lord is really plaguing these people just like they plagued us with the crack epidemic in the 80s, man. Okay, the Lord is putting the same curses upon them because the Lord is not mocked, man. Okay, all this hatred and oppression and wicked and evil intent towards the children of Israel is coming back upon these nations, man. Okay, this is Lamentations 4:21. It says, "Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. That cup also, which is a cup of rape, robbery, murder, all right, oppression, hatred, persecution against the children of Israel is coming back upon you Edomites in these last days. Lamentations 4:21, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. That cup of all the things you've done to us is going to pass through unto thee. And we're seeing that transfer being orchestrated now by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. And we're to watch and pray, all right, and to continue to push this word. And we push this word, it's a cycle that the Lord is turning. He's turning the wheel and doing what he said he's doing, man. Okay, we teaching the word, and what's happening is the Lord is destroying this kingdom, man. And applying pressure and curses to the nations that have afflicted us, man, and bringing us out of our dust and our confusion at the same time. Lamentations 4:21, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shall make thyself naked, man. And that's what you're seeing, man. Whether it be them being exposed as drug addicts and opioid abusers. All right, the Lord is, these people are making themselves naked, man, whether it be by their government officials, all right, their economy, excuse me. All these things, all right, are being shown to they're being uncovered, man, by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. This is the Lord making the nation of Edom naked. Okay, because why? He's getting ready to destroy them, man, and destroy America. That's why you see the other countries coming against this place, man. Why is this all happening to you Edomites? Why is everything falling apart for your country? Because Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is judging you. Okay? Lamentations 4:21, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shall make thyself naked. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion, which I spoke of before. The Lord is raising up and taking us out of the dust and bringing us back to who we are, while simultaneously he's destroying and putting curses upon the nations, all right, specifically you biblical Edomites, all right, first and foremost, that have persecuted and hated us, man. Okay, this is a part of biblical prophecy. Lamentations 4:22, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins, and that's what's happening, man. Okay, that's why we had there was an article that came out about Iran and America. Iran just blatantly came out and called America the land of devils, man. Because these other nations are watching us. They're watching the prophets. They're watching the men of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, starting with the apostles and elders on down of Great Millstone, all right, that are teaching the truth. And they're seeing that this man is the devil, man. And that's why they're beginning to receive their judgment, all right, all through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. I'm going to get a little bit more.
Epidemic used to be talked about in whispers, if talked about at all. Then people started talking about addictions and overdoses.
We've not closed our...
And see, you Edomites are the face of opioid addiction, man. Okay? Why is this? Because you are being put under the curses. Your faces are on all the overdose billboards. You don't ever see no so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American on there. You always see a biblical Edomite or a self-proclaimed white person or Caucasian on these billboards, man. Because the Lord is plaguing you with diseases, man. This is a curse. And it's going to get worse, man. Because the Lord said you're going to receive double for what you've done to us, man. Okay, so this is just the tip of the iceberg, man.
Our doors. We've not rolled up our community streets. We've really come together with the idea that we're going to battle this epidemic.
They said they're going to battle this epidemic, man. You can't fight against the Most High, man. You're going to try to battle against it, and the Most High is going to intensify it, man. You see? Let me get this. You can do nothing. Let me see. Bear with me 1 second. Bear with me 1 second. Because this is the truth. The truth of what is happening is you're being plagued by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. That's the truth. All right, and what does the scripture says? I'm going to get it right here. 2 Corinthians 13:8. For we can do nothing against the truth, and the truth of the matter is that you are being plagued by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, according to Deuteronomy the 30th chapter and the 7th verse. That's the truth. So you're not going to prevail against the hand of the Most High. Okay? 2 Corinthians 13:8, for we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. Okay? So you trying to stop this is going to have the Lord intensify, man, and just going to bring on the prophecy quicker. All right? Because you can't fight against the Most High. You Edomites, this is not your reality. You don't rule in the kingdom of men. It tells you in Daniel that Yahweh Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, ruleth in the kingdom of men and setteth up whosoever he will, man. It's not up to you. You see? Let's get a little bit more of this video. Let me get a couple more
On the streets of Chillicothe, Ross County, Ohio, the battle against drugs is visibly loud.
And that's spiritual, man. Look at this. Let's go back. Bear with me 1 second.
So the rest of us can follow.
What there is
Let's stop it right there.
To follow.
Now, if you look at this demographic here, it's mostly Edomites in these rural areas, man. It's mostly you damn Edomites, man. You see? You see a few Jakes in there, but the Jakes, you know, they're just supporting the cause because they're ignorant. They want to support their Edomite friends. But if you look at this demographic, man, it is all majority Edomites, man. Self-proclaimed white people, man. These are the curses being put upon you Edomites in the last days, man. Because why? The Lord is going to punish anyone that has touched the apple of the Most High's eye. Okay? Let me get that. And who are the apple of the Most High's eye? The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Zechariah 2:8. Because this is ultimately going to culminate in the Lord coming, man. Down here in the chariots is going to culminate into destruction upon the nations that have oppressed us. And this is all the orchestration of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, because the Lord is starting with these curses and these plagues that we evidently see hitting Babylon the Great, man. Whether it be the economy, whether it be the curses and plagues upon the biblical Edomites, the ruling nation that is in control of this place. All of these things are culminating into the destruction and judgment of you biblical Edomites in the last days, which is biblical prophecy. It's written in this Bible that's been sitting in the pews and on your grandma's table, dusty, for years. It's all been right in front of our face, but the Spirit of the Lord had to reveal it unto certain men, man. The prophets, man. Zechariah 2:7. Deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwellest with the daughter of Babylon. That's where we currently are. Babylon is symbolic for America. For verse 8, for thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. For he that toucheth you touches the apple of his eye. For behold, I will shake mine hand upon them, and they shall be a spoil to their servants. And ye shall know that the Lord of hosts hath sent me. Okay, so Yahweh Shai is going to return, all right, as a cherry on the top to destroy these people, man. And all the other Edomites and heathens across the world, man. But now we're starting to see the effects of Babylon the Great receiving their plagues, man. And you white people, you self-proclaimed white people, so-called white people, you're going to be at the forefront because you have totally oppressed the children of Israel, man. Okay? There's no going back. There's no saving you. All right? This is the end of this is the end of your path, man. Total annihilation and destruction, man. Okay? Let me get this and I'm going to end it off here. This is because you were just being used to punish us. And now the Lord has no need for you. You Edomites. And when I say Edomites, I'm talking about the whole nation of people. Okay, this is Isaiah 10. Isaiah 10:12. Wherefore it shall come to pass that when the Lord hath performed his whole work upon the Mount Zion and on Jerusalem, which he has, that's why we've been in captivity, because we're on punishment. We broke the law, statutes, and commandments, and you self-proclaimed white people were used as a sword, all right, to keep us down because you're the sword of the Lord. But now the Lord has no need for you, and now he's going to punish you. All right? Because he's done putting us in captivity. It tells you in Lamentations I read earlier that he will no longer carry us into captivity. He's going to refresh us. This is the time of the refreshing for the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who are the children of Israel. All right, but nevertheless, the Lord is going to judge you Edomites now. And your country's going to fall. Your women are going to get cursed. Your people, your sons and daughters, and your life is going to be total hell. And it's going to get worse because the Lord is punishing the nation that has touched his people. Isaiah 10 and 12, wherefore it shall come to pass that when the Lord hath performed his whole work upon Mount Zion and on Jerusalem, I will punish the fruit of the stout heart of the king of Assyria and the glory of his high looks. And that's symbolic for America and you biblical Edomites, man. Okay? So the Lord is going to put the curses on you, and he is going to punish the fruit of the stout heart, the biblical Edomite here in Babylon the Great, here in these last days, according to scripture. And we're seeing the downfall of our enemy, which is a blessing according to the scriptures, man. All right, it says that it's one of the best things, roughly paraphrasing, that a man can see, the downfall of his enemy. And the wonderful thing the wonderful thing about it is it's being orchestrated by a higher power than us. So you can't blame us. You see? Call Allah Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Kakudash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone for teaching and ruling well in the scriptures. Salutations to you, Akim, across the world, pushing his word in truth and in sincerity and with charity. Shalom and abad babal.